Okay then guys, we have got a brand new patch that has just been issued with resolving a load of fixes, including general weapon stratagem, enemy fixes, and miscellaneous ones to boot. So we're going to go over those today, as well as probably the most upvoted Reddit post I've ever seen on the Helldivers Reddit page, and a to-do list for the game. We're going to dive on into everything today. It's an absolutely crazy one. If you haven't already, smash the beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor, GamerSubs, the platform that specializes in energy and nutrition products for gamers. Their products are sugar-free, low-calorie, and keto-friendly, come in a variety of flavors, and they're launching new stuff every single day. So head down to the description, click the link, use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount, and we can dive on into it. So starting off, we have got a brand new support incoming where they've issued a patch for all players to address crashes, soft locking, excessive ragdolling, and more. And this one's quite an interesting one. As we take a little bit of a deeper look inside of it, it states right here that in the crash fixes, they have fixed a crash when dropping into the game joined by invite while previously hosting, fixed a crash that would occur after being kicked for being AFK, fixed a crash that could happen when dropping down into a mission. They fixed a crash that could occur if shutting down the game during boot. This is a really weird one, but all of those things have obviously been fixed. Nothing too big in there, although may resolve a few issues for some of you. Hopefully the crashes are starting to bleed down just a bit now, because realistically those crashes were becoming a little bit flipping frustrating. As far as general weapon and stratagem fixes though, they fixed an issue where flamethrower particles would ignore enemies, and mines can now be shot and blown up while near a dangerous object. Now obviously the flamethrower particles, I'm not even going to take that one into consideration. It states right here that there was an issue where the flamethrower particles would ignore enemies. The problem is that they've changed up the whole design of fire, so the flamethrower particles are borderline non-existent in comparison to what we were experiencing before. So they may have fixed those things, but nonetheless it's a bit of a nightmare that we don't have the old design for it. As far as enemy fixes go, they've reduced the explosion radius of tentacles, stabbing ability, and light rockets. This should alleviate some excessive ragdolling because of the impaler and automaton enemies using light rockets. We are still working on improving the ragdoll behavior overall, and they also fixed a bug where the impaler's tentacles could chase you indefinitely in some cases, which is absolutely amazing. For me, the only thing that was annoying about the impaler is that the legs would just literally dip down and dip back up about a mile down the way and just start attacking you no end. And not only that, you just couldn't escape it. No matter where it hit near you, you were ragdolling off the end of it. So that's now been fixed, and hopefully you should feel the difference in it. I at least hope that we do. And then as far as miscellaneous fixes go, they fixed an issue that could cause soft lock during drop-in after the host left. Bit of an annoying one. I didn't experience it myself, but for those of you guys who did, this one is now fixed. As far as the known issues go though, there are still some stuff in here that are quite an annoyance, including players not be able to receive friend requests from another platform. Really don't understand what's taking so long with that one. They have been recoding the entire thing, but that's still in there. The guard dog rover still does not overheat while firing continuously, and most weapons shoot below the crosshair when aiming down the sight, which makes absolutely no sense at all as to why that one's not being fixed. But nonetheless, the known issues are still there for you guys to take a look at, and hopefully some of these things get fixed very, very soon. They've also been advertising something that they've been doing with U2s. This for me was an awesome little added extra. I love the Helldivers franchise overall, and for me, I'm definitely going to be picking some of these up. But you can see right here, if any of you are ever in need of a tiny bit of democracy, you can see the Helldiver automatons, the Terminids. There's loads of different variabilities for you guys, and this isn't even all of them. You can purchase quite a few. It's amazing. But moving into the Reddit itself, this one is amazing, and this has received 15,000 upvotes, which is the most I've seen this post get inside of the Reddit so far. It's mad. It says, "Dear devs to Arrowhead, thank you. Thank you, Arrowhead, for bringing us Helldivers 2. It's brought me a lot of fun and enjoyment, and I know I'm not the only one. I understand you're still ironing out the kinks, and there are patches to come, nerfs and buffs, and bugs to fix. I just want to say thank you. You've brought us a game that so many of us love to play, and I think you get way too much flack for it. So here is a thank you for all of your hard work." That is all it took, 15,000 upvotes. I think that this is where the game community thrives within the Helldivers community. I think that realistically, realistically, we all do love this game. The reason why we're so passionate about it, the reason why we give so much slack about it, is mainly because we actually do genuinely love it. We want this franchise to do well, we want it to work out, we want it to pan through, and we want it to succeed. And that's the reason why we're so harsh on it. I think that that's probably the best way to explain it, as we know that this game has got the potential to be one of the best games of 2024, and for me, potentially even one of the best games of the decade if it works itself out well. Really changed the game. They just needed to have actually issued it. Next up, this post here is a quote-unquote to-do list that received nearly 2,000 upvotes, and I think that actually they nailed this one. 6 months down the line, we should be starting to look into these areas, and hopefully we should see some of these make their way through very soon. But the Illuminate, new vehicle types, weapon upgrade system, more ways to spend requisition medals and samples, urban biomes, and positive mission modifiers. These are things that we all want as Helldivers. I feel like it's extremely underpowered against the Illuminate right now, so I do not want to see them come through until we see some weapon changes, or at least something that's going to give us a bit more power. It just seems to be a bit of a lackluster at the moment, and if they brought the Illuminate in now, they would absolutely stamp all over us, and we'd have absolutely no hope in being able to run it through. So fingers crossed we manage to get some buffs to some weapons pretty soon. I would like to say that's going to be the next mega patch that comes through with the weapon upgrades. And this post here is purely here because it made me chuckle just a little bit, but you can see right here in the store, which by the way is pretty much redundant by now. You've seen everything in the store. We need them to upgrade the store and start putting in some new armor pieces in there, because I've had everything bought in that store for at least the last 2 months. It's a little bit weird, but nonetheless, this right here made me chuckle as a review on a piece of armor. Underneath it states, this armor is perfect for killing 5. I just found that absolutely amazing. It means absolutely nothing, and it does absolutely nothing, but just solely because they've embraced the meme of killing 5, I think it's perfect, and 6,000 of you guys definitely agree. Finalizing with a post that actually puts forward the Chaos Divers. It says, PSA, it doesn't matter who you are. This is a message for all griefers. This is an incredibly passionate community, and we wouldn't have our own civil war playing out in the forums if we weren't. It is our responsibility to maintain the positive and encouraging social space, and it saddens me to see spoilers poisoning the well. Whether you just want to play the game or step into a role within the Helldivers universe, everyone should be able to have a good time without taking away from others' fun. I'm late to finishing this poster. I started it 2 days ago, so I assume the Chaos Divers, aka the Griefers, discourse is already winding down as we establish ground rules, but I figured I won't let my whip go to waste and just hammer home the sentiment that we're all trying to have really good fun in this goofy hyper-patriotism simulator, and we should strive to disenfranchise the spoil sports. I think that it's actually perfect. I think that this one nails it down to the ground. Not only is it a great piece of art, but it actually stands for a lot as well. I think the roleplay in this game is absolutely incredible, but they just kind of need to run it back a little bit when you're not getting involved with the roleplay, such as just casual dads that are just playing on an evening, maybe once or twice a week. They come on, they get griefed the whole time they play it. They're not going to play it. You're going to run down a community. It doesn't work that way. If you want to roleplay, make sure you roleplay into the proper ends. And diving into your comments, top comments from the previous video today. This one was a big one, as we didn't see what it was that was coming, and if you want to go check that one out, it's an amazing video and it's done absolutely incredible. You guys have bumped up to 60,000 views in a day, which I'm so happy about. Thank you so damn much. But looking at your top comments right here, it states, Arrowhead wanted realism, then why can't we climb up small tiny ledges and over small rocks in the game? This is a solid point, actually. The one thing that Arrowhead seemed to really lean in is to the whole quote-unquote realism of it, and I think that's probably the biggest realism factor of it that we genuinely can't do. Why can't I step over a rock? It makes no sense to me at all. The second comment right here is, there is so much to get into right now, it's honestly insane. Proceeds to show 2 Discord messages and a Reddit post, which again, I've seen these posts come up quite a bit. This seems to be something that people don't really understand. A lot of the content that we push up onto the channel here is mainly revolved around the community and some changes in the game. If there's not as many changes in the game, then we go through what's happening with the development team and some posts that you guys have run up on Reddit that are doing doing quite well to try and help them get a little bit more of a bump. And if you guys don't really like that, that's absolutely fine, but we've been doing this now for a very long time, and it doesn't seem that it's going to change anytime soon. So yeah, if you guys really want to bump up them sorts of posts, that's up to you completely. And finally, this post right here states, Twinbeard is about the only community manager that actually knows what they are doing. And unfortunately, there is actually so much truth in this, it's absolutely insane. Twinbeard is really knowledgeable when it comes to the game. He really knows what he's doing. He communicates with the main general public really, really well. And I just think that he's actually top form. The fact that he should hopefully be back next week, it actually makes me so damn happy, as I cannot wait to start looking through his comments again and seeing what he's saying and his 2 cents into it. He's going to have to shape himself up with everything that's going on, but my oh my, he's going to have an opinion and a half. With that being said, though, that's unfortunately all we've got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and I'll see you in the clouds.